world is always on. But you shouldn't be. Put junk sleep to bed. During Mattress Firm's Labor Day sale, get a king for the price of a queen or a queen for a twin and save up to $700 on Sealy. Talk to a sleep expert and unjunk your sleep today. Mattress Firm.
Welcome to Co-Play Media, a look inside the world of video games, anime, and the Blerd community. And now, here are your hosts, Diers and Demo.
And welcome to Co-Play Media!
What's going on, man? The COVID Chronicles, Dear Diary. The virus has me locked in.
I can't. I haven't been anywhere in so long. My hair looks crazy, man. Y'all.
Yo, my barber hit me up. He was like, "Yo, I'm doing home visits." I'm like, "And?"
Can I have his
What
number?
that got to do with anything, dog? You don't want it, dog. It's not worth the risk. It's not worth the risk.
My beard will never be the same, man. Like my beard.
Yo, your beard might be more lush after this if you oil that joint like real well.
I'm hoping like afterwards I can start growing in locks. You know what I'm saying? I want to start just like growing some locks like Trevor. Like I want to get a roll on this shit. And working from home, I can get started on that. Today here we got Trevor from Capital Underground. Trevor is from Maryland, the DMV area. We've had him on the show plenty of times in the past. You've been doing a lot of awesome stuff. Just to highlight, Trevor was recently on NPR, which is dope. He facilitates community days of facilitating events with people, and he throws events and tournaments. It's great to have you out, man.
Man, thanks for having me again, guys.
Yeah, man. A long time, brother. Like Capital Underground has become this like baby epicenter in DC for like gaming. And I'm like, oh,
it's crazy,
snap.
Man. Because I remember, Dima, you were there when we did that. We used to throw those tournaments in my grandma's basement, man.
Oh, yeah. Yo.
We've gone from those tournaments in my grandma's basement to working with companies like GameStop, the Mystics, doing events with game support from Microsoft.
What's going on with GameStop since it's closing?
I know they were trying to deem themselves essential during this whole thing because I don't think it's right, but I understand because if they close down those stores, it's most likely that they will not be able to.
They're done.
They're done.
Yeah.
Like, and this was their like real time to shine. Like, if they would have done it right, like they would have been making so much money off of folks playing games right now.
I don't even think that's the case if they did it right because most people get digital games now. I still like physical copies myself, but
me too.
They'll get digital copies. I know they wanted to stay open for Animal Crossing and something else was dropping.
I need a new headset right now, dog. And GameStop is not open.
Well, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you can go to Walmart and Best Buy, but
that was the killer right there. That Walmart and those guys are still open.
Oh yeah, that's true. But online GameStop, that whole process is not very, very good. Their customer service, or at least the digital version, is not very good. But they should have pivoted from their current model to a long time ago. They should have been early on with trying to adopt like more community aspects and events into their plan. Like the events that we did with them did really well. People loved it. It was fun, but they waited. They already have that bad rep because they're cheap buyback.
It was robbery, dog.
It was robbery. They were getting over.
And then they didn't treat their employees well. And any good business knows you got to treat your people right. Should be one of the top priorities, and they didn't do that. And so you have good people leaving or getting, stifled, and you have people in corporate who just don't know gaming or they don't know the community enough to change their path, and you end up where you are now. It's unfortunate. I GameStop as a kid. Go there all the time, just like talking to people about games and stuff.
Like that was the fun of it. That was the whole fun of it, is going, seeing like what games are out, what games you don't know are out, and then sampling anything that might be coming out in the next couple months or whatever.
And talking to them about games. Just, gamers like talking about games with other gamers, and
Right.
it's a sinking ship at the moment, and so they're hemorrhaging money. The reputation's getting worse and worse. They at this point, honestly, I don't know what they could do to like turn it around. That you'd have to do a first fix your public image, which is probably going to be somewhat impossible because GameStop left a stale taste in most people's mouths. And if you can't do that, no matter what you're doing, unless your product is super good, which they don't have a super special product or service that no one else is doing, I really don't see a way out for them.
What they might need to do is change their whole business model. Like maybe they need to get into the esports.
Buying a team or investing in a team or at a stadium or something. It's like the games arena or something like that. And I was like, that makes no sense. That's a terrible esports brand activation. That's a waste of money. That's not, because what is that going to do for you? Everyone knows who GameStop is. It's not like nobody knows who you are. What is that going to do for your brand and make that investment worth it? They could have, instead of investing millions of dollars into that, they could invest it into setting groundwork for their own esports GameStop, circuit. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
Take a lot of the GameStops in a specific area, have some kind of circuit, provide their own prizes. I mean, you could do something like that to get more involved in the community, but no, they threw a whole bunch of millions of dollars into the trash can.
How do you feel about the development of esports in ESPN?
It's funny. I was listening to my favorite podcast, The Business of Esports, and I was listening to them, and they said ESPN's they had at least on the TV network side, they were ahead of everybody else. They started broadcasting like the 2K, everybody else, and then this would be prime time for them to, provide more of that same content. But I believe it was Fox who made deals with F1, and F1 was doing, I think they had, I can't remember, a ridiculous amount, almost close to 1.3 million viewers for the F1 race, where they had like pro players come and race virtually.
Oh yeah.
ESPN should have been the first people to hop on all this content, and they're just, I don't get it. That part I did not get. They should have had a hand above everybody else, and just muffed it.
Well, the problem is, half of their commentators and the people that actually work for ESPN, I don't feel like they think esports is a real sport. So really, they weren't taking it serious anyway until they had nothing.
Exactly, and that's the problem, because it's that mindset is going to get them into trouble. Because I don't know if you guys heard, I can't remember his name, but a guy, he's a pro NASCAR racer, and they were doing the iRacing tournament, and in the middle of the game, he got frustrated and said, "Screw this! I'm not doing this. This is not a real sport." Or he says something along those lines and quit. Because he did that, his real NASCAR sponsor, dropped him.
Yeah. It's all about having fun. Like, you got to make the best out of the situation, man. Like, if you're not good at the actual game, great, whatever. But it's all about fun and letting your fans see that, hey, he's a regular guy. Like, he likes doing the things I can do.
Well, sponsors and companies are starting to see, especially during this whole COVID thing, the importance of esports and its popularity. I mean, mad people that the NASCAR iRacing Cup was the most viewed esports events on linear TV in the country. That alone is showing sponsors and other companies that it's serious, and for them to cut their sponsorship because of quitting an esports game. I think
Well, I
that
mean, I think
shows.
that's also just like
Yeah.
for someone who's getting paid to win, that's also like a loser spirit. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you
They
had
dropped him
Mike
on Twitter.
Tyson and he was doing a boxing game and then he lost his temper and started like punching the television, you know what I'm saying? Like, you would be like, this, we don't want to sponsor this guy. Like, we don't want to be behind this dude. This dude's a crazy person.
Well, yeah, they said they didn't want quitters. They didn't want quitters, and that's why they
Yeah,
dropped him. They dropped him on Twitter.
Wow, they say, yo, you're a quitter. Is that what you do
you're
in
a
a real
quitter.
race? Is this why we haven't won?
Throwing a tantrum. You
Just
know what I'm
give
saying?
up?
Like you threw a tantrum.
It's. I mean, I understand the rage quit sometimes, but you can't quit in a major race like that, whether it's virtual or not. Like you
All
can't get
right.
on the racetrack in a real match. Come on, man.
Finish
You
the
getting
game,
paid.
man. Nobody wants to
You
play
getting
with a
paid.
rage quitter anyway.
So Trevor, I heard recently that you were on NPR, and what was the reason why you were on there? And just tell us the story about it, man. That's awesome.
Yeah. So, I was on NPR with Kojo Nnamdi, which was pretty cool. They wanted to understand the esports during this whole COVID pandemic and how, with the lack of sports content going around, the people's transition from sports or traditional sports to esports and content of that nature. So we touched on that, as well as the future of esports, what my thoughts were, and then what type of things were going on, during this time period that people can use to, use that time instead of watching traditional sports, since there's not much out there. And so we talked about like the F1 thing we mentioned earlier, how the Phoenix Suns said they were going to finish their rest of their season on NBA 2K and stream it. Just different organizations on how they're using esports to supplement sports content. And then we talked, and how I told them how I think this whole situation is actually finally showing industries and companies the importance of esports.
Do you think that with esports becoming more popular, that there's going to be a significant boost in VR? Do you think that VR will be a much more like people are going to be putting a lot more money and effort into making that work because it can get that more, because there's going to be kind of a speed rush into getting that kind of experience of sports, you know what I'm saying, where athleticism is still going to be needed for the gaming experience, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I think we all hope for the days of Ready Player One type VR. I think we're probably
really
pretty far. I think we're pretty far away from that as of right now to get that total immersive feeling. VR right now is, I think, progressing. It's not quite at that level yet. So I think you'll see more VR as there really hasn't been a game that has catapulted VR into like mainstream. One, the Oculus and tools like that make it a little more available, but it's still probably more expensive than most people want to spend. They don't have a lot of games. I believe Half-Life Alyx came out recently, which I've heard great reviews on, and from some of the people I listened to, they said that is a big step forward, but it's still not the end all be all.
it's not the Mario.
It's not the thing that's going to make skyrocket. It's really good.
Yes.
But I expect to see it grow, and as new technology and tools come out that make it more accessible, more engaging, and also finally get the whole cordless aspect, like because the cordless part just kind of throws off the entire experience. Like when you gotta you're trying to move around, do stuff, and you just back, and that whole thing kind of takes out of the immersion of VR. And so It's I don't think we're at the age of VR just yet. I do think it will come eventually, whole Minority Report type stuff. It's going to come, but I don't think we're there yet. And I wouldn't think at least bare minimum 10 years from now, probably more.
Speaking of Ready Player One, you have set up a really interesting event of kind of like what makes Ready Player One that great is that community, right? That gaming community, you know what I'm saying, that the main character had with his homie, and you guys would be going through playing the games and whatever, going through it, competing with other people, going through races, stuff like that. You have started up doing the community play days, and I'd like to hear more about it. Like, first and foremost, like what kind of things are you doing, and like what exactly is a community play day?
Yes.
So with everything going on, we can't really have the type of community events and interaction that we normally would. And so we had to try to figure out ways that we can still keep people engaged, we can still interact with our community, but safely. So what we came up with is our community play days. So in essence, what we do is every week, Saturdays from 6 to 9, we'll choose a game, and we'll have, it's free to anyone who wants to join. Anyone can join.
Yes.
We get into party chats, and then so what we do is we all introduce ourselves. Like, this is a great way to meet new gamers, in a safe manner. And so once we do that, we'll go and we'll play different games. Like last week we did Call of Duty Warzone, which went pretty well. This weekend, actually today, and
yes,
we're going to be playing some Apex Legends, and
I have signed up for that.
Demo will be there.
I will be there.
So
where can people go to sign up for it?
They can go directly on our website, capitalunderground.biz, and go on any of our social media. Have our social media manager posting stuff constantly about it, so you can't miss it. But the cool aspect is people get to play, meet new gamers, talk to other people who are interested in the same thing they are, while also winning some cool prizes from like our sponsors from these Starlands. So, we try to make it fun. It's not the competitive nature that we usually do in like some of our in-person tournaments, but it's a good way to connect with gamers and still win some prizes and have fun. And so we try to mix it up with the games we do. So I try to incorporate a lot of free-to-play games so anyone can join.
I have a question, Trevor.
Yeah,
I have a question. When's the Rocket League one, man?
When
is the Rocket League one, Trevor?
I played Rocket League last night. I mean, like, we got to get the Rocket League in there. It's on my list. So we're trying to be inclusive as possible. So I've taken pretty much a blanket approach. We have shooters, we have sports, fighting, racing, tactical games, MMO, fantasy RPGs, like anything that can be played with multiple people, we're open to do. And so we're getting our first person shooter fix out the way with Warzone and Apex, but the following week we have Mortal Kombat. We're going to do that, maybe followed up by some Tekken 7, and then maybe throw some Rocket League, Forza.
Maybe.
Maybe or definitely.
You definitely got to put some Rocket League.
We're still working on the schedule. We should have the schedule out soon. But
all right, cool.
Mix at some point.
I'm definitely there for the Rocket League one, man.
We gotta, man. I played the first time last night in a while, and it felt good. Smacking dudes.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, like, the good thing about Rocket League, though, it has a whole like tournament system in the actual game that you could use. I don't know how well it works, but it's there. Just
Tekken has one too, which is pretty cool. But
cool.
We're any multiplayer game you can play with other people is up for grabs. Like, I have a list of free to play games so everyone can play. Game Pass is a great way to get a whole bunch of we can play. So from GTA to Elder Scrolls Online to League and Brawlhalla, there's a lot of different games you can do. And so we're open to what the community wants to do. We take their feedback, and as we develop the community play days, everyone gets to know each other better. And then you know how close knit you can be with people you play with online. You're making new contacts, and it's just a great way to get that interaction without actually going out and doing it.
That's interesting that you say that, because that's kind of how me and you met. Remember, like, I didn't know Trevor outside of Xbox until like a couple years ago. So I definitely understand how like that community is like close, because it's like when we first met each other, it was like, it's like we always knew each other, man.
Yeah, what were we playing? We playing Halo? We were playing.
Yeah, it started out with Halo. Yeah.
With the first Halo too?
Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah. Because we were playing that joint in the dorms. That's how.
Like I've made a lot of good friends. Like I can go hop on a plane. Well, not right now, of course, but before I hopped on a plane, head out to Cali or Texas with dudes I've played with for years on Xbox, and it just be like another homie. So this is a great way for that to get that interaction still, and play the games everyone likes playing. So we thought it would be a good thing to bring to the community. So we'll be doing it for the duration of this whole lockdown, and we'll re-examine, but most likely we'll probably try to keep it going.
Yeah, I say keep it going, man. That's a great idea.
Do you feel as if with everything that's been happening with the coronavirus and everything, has it affected your business at Capitol Underground, or do you guys find this to be more of an opportunity to do more online activities?
Me being the person that I am, anytime there's some kind of adversary or obstacle, I try to take a creative approach and see as an opportunity to improve, to create new ideas and concepts. So it has affected us in this sense that we've had to postpone or reschedule events. And we've had to take more of a remote approach to working with our clients, like the MD Innovation Center. We still work with them, get on conference calls, things like that. But we also have been able to do some of the community work we had planned to work with the DRS, the Brothers program, with one of my mentors, Morris Hudson. When I talked to Hudson recently, he was telling me like some of the brothers were having a hard time. One of the parents passed from the virus. The other one had pneumonia. Like the kids were having a hard time with food and stuff like that. So we had made plans to go out and provide food, at the school. And the school said after the lockdown, she's like, no, we can't. That's a safety hazard. And we were going to take the food directly to their house. But then Maryland did that lockdown order, and that was something we couldn't do either. So it's stifled pretty much our community work that we like doing, and has made us take more of an online approach. We have meetings like online team meetings playing Warzone and things like that. So it's just still pretty cool, but it has taken its toll. But we're creative. We find a way ways around the obstacles and try to thrive anyway.
Yeah, that's one thing about this whole lockdown thing, man, is definitely bringing the creativity out of people.
And during times like this, like the Great Depression, is where you make people make millionaires. This is the time when that happens. If you find a creative idea that solves a problem, this is where you actually thrive. And if you look at something like that as an opportunity, then you have an advantage and can do things others don't. While they see, negativity, you see positivity, and you can act accordingly. And so I benefit, trying to be on my Will Smith stuff, So we just keep coming on, try to adapt or die.
Yeah. Speaking of Will Smith, did you guys see that music video with Joyner Lucas?
I did, and it was super hot, bro.
Yeah, I saw that.
It was hyper hot. Yeah, that joint was vicious, man. I definitely got to check in there, and there is more that I feel as if we can do with helping out our community. We definitely can't congregate, but I do like the ideas of guys getting together and playing while planning and doing things and reaching out to the community. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's got to be a way that we can send stuff to them, or be able to get stuff to just drop it off at their houses and stuff like that. There's got to be, there should be other ways that we can, assist and participate and stuff like that. It definitely sucks. And we got to be especially vigilant, especially because statistically we are, because of certain jobs and positions and stuff like that, we are most susceptible. We really gotta be careful about that kind of thing. Are you doing anything different or special to stay safe? You know what I'm saying? Like, I know you're vegan. You're very proud of your veganism.
I said we plant-based dripping over here, bro.
Dripping in the V8. You know what I'm saying?
I'm proud to be plant-based. I lost 60 pounds. It's made my health a lot better. What I've done is I've started making, personally some videos for others to help on how you can use herbs you find in your backyard to increase your immune system. I did a video on dandelions. I'm a gardener as well, and I have a big green thumb, so I have my own garden. I every time around springtime, I'll pick dead nettle, bitter cress, dandelion. These are common weeds you can find in your backyard pretty much anywhere in the country, and both have amazing amounts of health benefits, dandelion especially. And so what I was educating people on what they can do to get vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin C, vitamin B6, all these things which your body needs to boost up your immune system during. Because if you have a weak immune system or immune compromise, that's where you can get into trouble and your body can't fight it. So I've been, take my daily fresh tea. I pick the dandelions out of my backyard, made tea. Can't get any fresher than that. So I drink my and mint tea from the herbs that I grow. I have some sea moss that I have. Eat my fruits and vegetables. Make sure I meditate to keep stress levels down and just make sure I eat well. Drink a lot of water. I got some kombucha too. So I just taking care of your immune system is priority. Filling up with vitamin A, vitamin B, and vitamin C and vitamin D. Those are the three things that are important for your immune system. So dandelions are a great way to boost your immune system. They can even help with blood pressure, lowering blood pressure.
Nice.
Eating a lot of fresh squeezed lemon juice, orange juice, eating a lot of orange. Kiwis have even more vitamin C than oranges do. So people just need to get their fruit intake in, their veggies, their leafy greens, drink a lot of water and tea. You should be all right.
I drink a lot of ginger tea myself.
Ginger and turmeric are good.
I love ginger, dog.
Yeah, ginger's good too.
Yeah, I'm real basic with mine. Just a lot of vitamins. You know what I'm saying? A lot of vitamin gummies. You know what I'm saying?
Multivitamins.
Multivitamins. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of water and a lot of weirdly. I've fallen into alkaline water. I don't know what it is about alkaline water.
Yo, my mom be doing that, man. It does it.
I don't know what it is about it, but it tastes delicious.
I mean, I'll drink it if that's all I have, I guess. But I don't run to get it like everybody else does. Like, they yo, drink your alkaline water. I'm like, but I got a big bottle of this Deer Park right here, dog.
Yeah, alkalining itself, which is the natural process. They do stuff to alkalining it. The alkaline water you buy in the store, you just do it yourself. Throw some lemons, limes in the water. Yo,
I love lemon juice. Hey, do you do the apple cider vinegar thing?
Apple cider vinegar with the water?
Yeah, dog.
It's just like a flush?
It's supposed to be like a health tonic. So the apple cider vinegar has all these health benefits. It helps with the blood pressure. Supposed to give you more energy. Yeah,
If you
man.
need some energy, I used to take 3 shots, 3 key lime shots. Take 3 key limes, squeeze the juice out, and it'll give you, a little bit. You take that, it's like a shot of key lime juice. Instant energy.
Really?
Yep. I used to take it because I'm not a big coffee
Key
person.
lime juice.
Yeah, I need to get away from the coffee. That's why I'm starting to drink more tea.
Yeah, I want breakfast tea. Give me some Earl Grey tea. I want some black tea with some lemon and honey in it.
Yeah. Because what I notice is that when I drink coffee, I actually am more anxious. If I drink coffee, I literally have to go either work out or go for a run to like balance it out.
See, I'm more for the natural energy boost. So the key limes work pretty well for me.
All right, well, that's good to know about the key limes because I had no idea, man.
I'm going to try that. Yeah, I'm going to eat more key limes. So, moving on to the anime binge list. So, us being locked in, we've been getting a lot of time to be watching shows, and I've been trying to get my girl onto all different types of shows like Carol and Tuesday and The Wire.
Oh, yeah.
And just all my favorite shows that I can get.
The Wire.
I'm The Wire. I love that show. That show is awesome.
I mean, everybody loves The Wire. I think everybody black loves it, man.
She was like, I don't get what's so great about it. And I'm like, you got to watch it. And she's like, I don't see why it matters.
You got to watch it.
And I'm like, you got to watch it. And then she's like, sad what happened to that little baby down there on the corner. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you follow it. It's like, it's a shame what happened to Pookie down on yonder. Like, what? They killed Stinkum.
Yeah, I mean, but that was what was great about The Wire because I feel like it was the most realistic representation of what we actually go through in the black community. And half the time it's not even because of what we're doing. It's literally the people above us kind of put us in a situation where this is what I got to do. And, I'm going to make it one way or the other.
Actually, that brings up a real good anime, Dororo.
So I heard of this. This guy was telling me about it at my job. He was like, yo, it's violent. This guy has no arms. Like, you should watch it.
Or legs.
Like, okay.
He has to earn his arms and legs.
Yeah,
I think
so my wife put me onto it. And
your wife put you on?
My wife put me onto
what?
it. And
so, you gotta watch
she
out
has
for her,
excellent
man. You gotta watch out. No, you need to watch out.
Excellent taste.
She gets me hit to a lot of new anime too. And so she's already finished it, but we're going back. She's watching it with me. And it's pretty badass. So it gives me a lot of Rurouni Kenshin feels. But basically, his father, right as he's about to be born, his father made a deal with demons so he could be prosperous and influence, and that the domain where they lived was prosperous. So he said you can have anything you want. The demons, there was 12 demons, and they all ate parts of his son's body. So when a child came out, he was just. Imagine like having no skin, just muscles, no nose, no
skin, no eyes, no arms, no legs.
Yeah, nothing. And so they were gonna throw him in the river to feed it to whatever. But the wife had pity on him and put him in a boat and put him down the river. This dude found him, raised him as his own son, gave him prosthetic everything, and how to fight. And
skin.
So,
wow.
Dude had prosthetic arms full with swords in them, and was just wrecking demons everywhere, bro. So he killed the demon. He couldn't hear, can't see.
He couldn't no ears.
No ears. He I don't even think he could talk for a while.
No tongue.
He can only see people's souls. Like he could tell if you were bad.
Wow.
But he couldn't see anything else. Everything was color coordinated. So gray demons are red. Good demons or good supernatural creatures are green. Like
just off color.
Like trees and grass, animals, they were all green. And so he can't really see, but he can see people's spirits.
Oh, you can see that aura. That aura was
Yeah,
out.
he figured out if he killed the demons,
see that chi.
he'd get his body parts back. And so right now, I think he's gotten his skin back, his spine back, his face back, his.
Wait, he didn't have a spine either?
He didn't have a spine,
have a
bro.
spine,
Yeah.
didn't he?
Wow.
And got both his legs back. And so
My man,
I think he's still
Earth
missing his arms, his eyes. I don't know how many demons he be going through the demons like crazy. So
Now, when he gets these things back, does he know how to use them?
see, that's the only thing.
You're walking around with no spine, like
Well, he had
he had a prosthetic. He had a prosthetic spine. You know what I'm saying? Like something what used to be a spine, like a rod, fell out, and he was like,
And then
my spine.
It looks pretty painful every time he gets one of these things back, but
it's like a Highlander moment.
So the two major points is here. I think he kind of he gets his hearing back, and it's he has to adjust, and he falls for like a prostitute. And
she was talking that good game.
Not even. She just sang the thing, and he liked the singing, and so she had a whole bunch of little orphan kids with her, and she was sleeping with both sides of the war. So both enemy and the non-enemy, and so the dudes caught hip to that, thought she was a spy, just came and slaughtered her and all the children that were with her.
Wow,
man! Akimaru is his name, and so he got his little companion with him, Dororo, and which looks like a boy, but is really a girl the entire time. And they go around slaying demons. And the high point is his family. He finally meets his family for the first time. His dad wants to.
You're gonna kill all. You're gonna spoil all of everything, man, for anybody who ain't ever seen Dororo.
All right, I gotta get into it, man.
Dororo was really a girl. I was like, dang, man, that was spoiler alert.
It's a good show. But it's a remaster from a 1950s or 1960s anime.
Really?
Yes, it is.
Came out. They did the remaster last year, and it was really popular both times. But the main did after the plot. So I hope they come out with a new season.
Those are the worst. Like those one season, one and done shows, man.
Really
it's heartbreaking. I don't understand why they even allow that to happen.
I don't know. Animation toys for that.
Unfair.
But it's helping
our emotions.
It's helping me. Like, we just finished the My Hero finale. I'm waiting for Fire Force and Dr. Stone to come back on.
Those some good shows.
I'm about to start rewatching Inuyasha with my wife too.
Is it almost time for Attack on Titan to come back? I feel like it usually comes back around March, April. I don't know, man. I feel like it wasn't done. The last I saw of it, there was more to know, I thought. But that's also a good show. Has your wife watched that? Attack on Titan?
Attack on Titan?
I don't think she has, no.
It sounds like if she likes Dororo, she would like Attack on Titan, I think.
She traditionally doesn't like bloody animes, but she says that the story is really good. She makes
I think Attack on Titan is good. I tried
to get her to watch Baki. She wasn't down for it.
No. Well, Baki
did not have any story. It doesn't have a story. It's just like, hey, here's a fight. Like, hey, these guys are G's.
Anime, horror. So super bloody.
Yeah.
Bones, blood curdling.
Shoot him in the face. He's still alive.
But yeah, I would definitely recommend Dororo. It's really, really, really good. And especially until My Hero comes back on, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, My Hero is clutch, especially. That's like an excellent replacement for Naruto and Bleach for me, because those two were like my shows. So My Hero came right on time.
I tried to go back and watch Bleach, and it was hard watching Bleach.
Bleach could be hard. I mean, remember, I told you I read it more than I actually watched it.
I just rewatched the entire Naruto series. Just finished it not too long ago.
Even through Shippuden?
Yep, everything.
What?
I watched most of it. I'm not gonna lie. For a while, I watched a lot of the fillers, But then it got to a point like, bro, I just can't do it anymore.
Nah, you gotta.
Okay,
I feel like there should be a
You
list
gotta
out there
skip
that
filler.
kind of skips through the fillers for us, man.
Yeah, skip all
Because
the filler. You
if
don't
it
need to
wasn't
watch
for
no
fillers,
filler.
like Naruto is solid. Like Naruto's a solid show without fillers.
With no fillers. It's a great show.
You know I hate the anime Boruto, but I think it's been going long enough where I might have to pick up watching it again.
Bro, it's
You should
hard.
do
In
it.
the
Let me know if
beginning.
it's good.
I'm only on episode like 50, 57, and this is getting to the part during the tuning exams. This is where it starts getting like interesting.
Yeah. Okay. So you still kind of early into it though.
Yeah, man, look,
Oh, you way early on.
I was one of the dudes. I watched the dub version of Naruto, and I didn't like the dub version. And so it can be kind of garbage.
You watching
like,
the joint on Adult Swim?
Yeah, well, I go on Naruto spot now, which I get my.
Oh, okay.
But I'm watching it sub now. Well, I'm watching Boruto sub.
I do read the Boruto manga though. I am caught up on that.
I heard it's good.
Gotcha.
It's better. It's better.
109 or something like that. They said starts or something like that. But we just watched the Boruto movie, and that one's dubbed. And so the one of the characters, the villains, like his dub voice is garbage. The sub voice is grade A, but the dub voice was just. I'm like, bro, this should not be the same person.
That's usually how it is, man. Sometimes the sub voice is just better because it's either deeper or raspier.
It's super deep. I'm like, they made this dude sound like a punk on the dub, bro. I'm like,
yeah,
I'm like scared of you, bro. but it's palatable. Boruto is palatable. It's not as good as Naruto by any means. Not close.
Yeah,
it's certainly never as good as Shippuden, man. It'll never be good as this guy right here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
which is funny. My daughter likes it, and we've been playing Naruto and Boruto Shinobi Striker. She likes that game. I know. It's not the best. They made a really intricate Naruto game. I think it'd be really good. Like,
I think it would
make your own jutsu, like
an MMO type thing.
It could be an MMO, like open world online, and if you can develop your own jutsus, like they have so many you can combine,
like a mix, yeah,
and you can make your own jutsus. That'd be super dope, and really harp on the team. Like they could do a really good Naruto game, but they'd have to have like a big investment to do it because I would totally learn how to make my own jutsu. That'd be really cool.
You choose your own hand signs and everything.
Because if you make your own jutsu and you use it for the first time online, ain't nobody gonna know how to stop your jutsu.
What? Look at that purple rain jutsu, like
purple rain jutsu. Man. Like, what do I do about this?
Just start raining on you.
Yeah,
that'd be a really cool thing to do, and I would totally get into it. It's just the Naruto games have never been up to par. Like,
I mean, the Ninja Storms are okay. The Ninja Storms are decent because they are what they are. Okay. Like, so I do enjoy the Ninja Storm game.
I would love a really good Naruto game, like with bomb graphics, open world. Customization. This Shinobi Striker is a letdown, really.
Yeah, they tried to do that with Ninja Storm, but it's kind of like an open world on rails type thing. You know what I'm saying?
Shinobi Striker, you can only stay in like this central location and do missions and fight people. That's
trust me, I have the game. I purchased it and I've played it twice. I bought it a while ago, though. I think I bought it before I even had Game Pass because I got Game Pass now.
Oh, true.
I bought it a long time ago. Yeah.
What matters is that it was worth it.
It was not
at the time.
It was not.
It was not.
It was not worth it.
Not even close.
Well, man. So I definitely appreciate you coming by, man. I definitely appreciate you talking about the games, the COVID, the gaming community days. Yo, it was a pleasure having you, man. Anything else you want to say? Shout out to anybody, anything you want to say?
Yo, shout out. We actually created, as I said earlier, created a branch or a future parent company to Capital Underground, Esports Centric Technologies. is about to be a major thing, and so we keep tabs on that.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Dope. Where can they find out more information about that again?
They can go on our website, esportscentric.com, so they can find out more about that. If they want to get in contact with us on our regular social media, Twitter, it's Cap Underground 1. Same for IG, Facebook, Capital Underground Gaming League. You can find us, or you can go on our website at capitalunderground.biz.
Awesome, man. Awesome. And this is your boy D. You know what I'm saying? My man
Demo, you know.
Yeah. You know. And you know what I'm saying? We co-play media, man. And we out of here, yo.
All right, peace.
You've been listening to Co-Play Media with hosts Diers and Demo. For more information on Co-Play Media and the Blerd community, visit coplaymedia.com or the Co-Play Media page at dc.radio.gov.
Trevor, back at it again, man. Back at it again. Yeah. Paint the sky blue. Look, you know the infinite gon' need a minute to reinvent it. That brain food, summer season in it. They falling for the steez and these chicks tease. They miss Steve, cause stars usually don't move at the speed. But I'm a different type of constellation. Teaching moms some patience. They remind the nation of the style. Engraved like a tombstone in danger. Dreaming since a kid, crushing on a pink ranger. See me swimming up Heaven's Creek. I let them sleep, watch them wake up with a better me perspective. Finish the objective. If I wasn't rapping it, I would be a detective. I'm dead serious. I got my trench coat drenched in soap. Conversations engaging, now she's trying to elope. Lines fat, though my height is quite stiff. My mind gains weight with the pen I write with. Get it? I mean, who else would it be? I got the recipe, so the plans for the night is to get them hype with the blue style that I write. Blue style that I write. With that blue style that I write. They like that blue style that I write. Blue style, alright. With that blue style that I write. They like that blue style that I write. Right? Feeling good, but I never said I'm comfortable. The same kid that they label dysfunctional as grown and punctual. Please excuse the grammar. This Tar Heel state is great, but not forsaken Alabama in them. It's in my jeans denim. These snakes can be venomous. Who can you really trust? Another one bites the dust. I gotta burn out. Shows started spinning. Now we getting turnouts. Girl, sweat your perm out. Celebrate the weekend. Truth don't hide. Y'all just never seeking. I should be a deacon. I'm taking them to church. The spirit of my grandmother is in front of dirt. Gotta put in work on this path to be great. Cause I know some dream killers who will laugh in my face. But I got a fresh pair of shades, new blinds, blue running this, but don't sweat it. The pleasure's all mine. Yeah, the pleasure's all mine. Word, yeah, the pleasure's all mine. I mean, who else would it be? I got the recipe, so the plans for the night is to get them hype with the blue style that I write. Blue style that I write. With that blue style that I write. They like that blue style that I write. Blue style, alright. With that blue style that I write. They like that blue style that I write. Right? Too much flavor, lifesaver for your eardrums. Freshest air I breathe, contain the purest lungs. People said a lot of things, now they take it back. I've been to the stars, almost didn't make it back. The world grabbed out my heart and started breaking that. Left me with a bare feeling like a naked back. But now I'm on, my songs run up your power bill. They're electrified, that's how I feel when I'm rocking on the stage. Got their hands in the air. Ivy told me break a leg, almost fell out of my chair. Cause the table started turning in this den full of thieves. I'm slighter than a Cooper, making time to appease. Stop blowing trees back when I was 16. Cause I'm high off life. Now I write 16 in Chapel Hill. I'm living off the thrill of a moment. I'm the missing component, you should've known me. What? I mean, who else would it be? I got the recipe, so the plans for the night is to get them hype with the blue style that I write. Blue style that I write. With that blue style that I write. They like that blue style that I write. Blue style, alright. With with that blue style that I write. They like that blue style that I write, right? I mean, who else would it be, huh?
Yeah. What up? You know, we getting older, man, and it's just getting crazy now, man. It's like about that time to man up, make them tough decisions. Ha! My man popped the question to his lady. My first thought was, dude must be crazy. My second thought was, dude must be crazy. My third thought was, well, you get it, yo. Try to take a step inside his shoes. We getting older now, we all got issues. I realize if you waiting for the right time, you can mess around and waste a whole lifetime. Maybe you used to be a tough cat, or you got around like chrome hubcaps, but you know home is where the love's at. So when you find that one, better cuff that. And I'm proud cause true love's a blessing. Pop this in, play it at the reception. And if you don't want to get kicked to the curb, just get used to singing these words. Start reading the numbers and divorce rates. My head hurts and I can't keep my thoughts straight. I don't have enough money for a court case, and I don't wanna be a couple that portrays like everything is all hunky-dory. Behind closed doors is a different story. I don't know much, but I do know this: when Cupid shoots, the little dude don't miss. They say you know from the moment you meet her. So for Kyle and Jenna, Aaron and Gina, hope this song makes your day a little sweeter. Maybe one day I'll follow the leader. So then here's advice I can lend: remain friends and the fun never ends. And when the argument eventually comes, say this here and the conflict's done. You know me better than I know myself, so you know that I'ma need your help. Take my hand and let me see how perfect you are for me. Cause I love you and you love me. Let's stay together for eternity. I didn't mean to make you mad. I'm so thankful for what we have. Forged in steel, built to last. Let them wonder and let them ask. It can't be seen, cause it's in the heart. What God put together, no man tear apart. And with that said, this is our house. We will solve this. I'm not getting out, no matter what. You're my spouse, so just for the night, I'll sleep on the couch. Forged in steel, built to last. Let them wonder and let them ask. Can't be seen, cause it's in the heart. What God put together, let no man tear apart. And I love you, and you love me. Let's stay together for eternity. I didn't mean to make you mad. I'm so thankful for what we had.
So is this the line for Dragon's Maze?
Wow, the line is really long.
Mommy, there's no
We'll meet up later.
How long will you wait?
As long as it takes.
So you guys are only going to do this one ride all day?
It won't be that long, probably.
Mom, can you get us food?
But wait, are they cutting?
Caleb, food is so far away.
Should I say something?
Daddy, pick me up. Mom!
Hey, there's a line here.
Daddy, swing me.
That's like 20 people.
my God.
One person holds the line for 20 people? This is bull.
Don't go there. Go on a real vacation. Go RVing. Learn more at GoRVing.com. Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textplan.us. Texting enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stop to opt out.
The pandemic has been hard on all our kids. New studies show more than 1 in 3 children who started school in the pandemic now need intensive reading help. Here's the good news. Your child can be reading in just 30 days, guaranteed, with Hooked on Phonics.
My first grader was behind in reading, and this program has made a huge difference. She's now reading above grade level.
I use it for my kids' nightly reading for school. We love it, and it's super easy and quick to do.
My kid, who just turned 4 years old and has been using the program since January of this year, can now read. Thank you so much, Hooked on Phonics.
Even if your child has been struggling, Hooked on Phonics will teach your child to read in just 30 days, guaranteed. And right now, you can get started for just $1. Text the word above to 323232 right now. It's fast and easy. Text above to 323232 and teach your child to read in just 30 days, guaranteed. Text the word above to 323232. Text above to 323232.